How do we ensure quality construction? Well, the best way to answer that is the way that we do it, which is having our superintendents actually be hands-on. A lot of companies that you deal with out here, their superintendents are not hands-on. And when I say hands-on, I'm not talking about day-to-day putting their hands on the product, but every one of my superintendents has done it. They've been there and they've done it. So they can tell you if it's right or wrong, or talk to you about it and talk to you in a common sense way that you understand. A lot of it is understanding when there's a problem. You know, there's a lot of people. I'll give you a great example. We had a roofing contractor who had done some work for us. It's one of our first times we'd used a guy, and he had installed some product wrong. And the superintendent called him out on it, and he went up there with him on the roof and showed him the difference between what was right and what was wrong. And the roofing sub, he admitted that they had installed it wrong. He had left the job and his employees had done it. But he also made the statement to the superintendent was, we're not used to people checking behind us like this, and this is good to see that people actually care. And he said he actually said he appreciated us pointing it out to him because he had missed it. You know, and we do things like we fly drones over our projects to take a look at them. You know, we can't get on the roofs of every spot and look at it, but we can put that drone in the air. You know, take advantage of technology, fly it up there and take a look around and see what you can see. You know, the biggest thing for us to ensure quality is to hire quality subs and people that care about their products. A lot of people think, well, nobody cares anymore. Well, they do care. There are people still out there, though they're hard to find. We do find them that care about what they do and how they do it. So, you know, that's the other thing, is to ensure that you have good quality people. For Harding Custom Homes, we don't always use the cheapest sub and probably never will. What we want to do is make sure we have a quality sub at an affordable price. And the folks that do business with us, they understand that. They know that you're not going to get quality and cheap. You can't have them both. You got to just choose. And we prefer to go with quality. And what we do is we weed out a lot of folks. You know, we don't have a high turnover rate in our subs. We use most of the same people year in, year out. My framing sub's been with me for about 20 years. You know, my flooring sub's been with me about 14 years. So most of our subs are here for longevity. And that works well for several reasons. One is, you know, you're getting a quality product because you know who you're dealing with, number one. Number two, they bought into our company as well because their company puts food on the table for their family, and they know we're going to hold them at a higher standard. So they're going to produce with a quality product. And number three, they work well together with other subs. So if you have multiple subs on a project, when we have our subs that have been with us for years, they know who Joe is and Tom is and Smith is with the other companies, and they interact, and that works out great. For example, the plumbing sub, if he's roughing for a toilet and he has to cut an I-joist, he knows who the framing subs are, and he can say, hey, we need to header off that joist. I had to cut a floor joist to get the pipe down for the toilet. You know, so that's where it really pays huge dividends, by having quality people that care about what they're doing. And it makes the superintendent's job easier because he can walk through and say, yep, that's right, or no, it's not. And there's not a big pushback. We don't find a lot of things, but when we do, hey, you need to address this or you address that. I tell my superintendents all the time, remember this. What did your English teacher tell you? You can't proofread your own paper. So it's his job to go through behind all these subs and make sure that they're doing things right. He's proofreading the paper. It's not that they willfully do something wrong. A lot of times it just happens, you know. Maybe they forget to cut a stud or add a stud, or, you know, put an outlet here or there. So be it. But we will address it. And we know everybody's human and nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's going to do everything perfect every time. But what we want to do is just make sure we do the best we can to provide the best product possible to our customers.